Mando, what's your point on biodiversity conservation, especially in a continent of Africa? What more efforts and help do you think Africa needs in terms of that?
Okay, I totally agree with the last guest because biodiversity is essential for we know the processes that support all life on Earth, including us, human, and they are actually also we have to mention it is true for Africa or for anywhere else. There are some areas that are actually neglected. As I totally agree with the last guest, we have, for example, pollinators like such as bird or bees, or the last guest mentioned the insects that are actually estimated to be responsible for a third of the world's crop production. So without those actually pollinators, we would not, for example, have apples or cherries or blueberries and many things, many other things to we eat. So human, we depend on the services ecosystem provide, like fresh water, soil fertility and stability, and food and medicine. If I'm referring to Africa, for example, I would take the case of Kenya's Lake Turkana. It is one of the world, if not the world's largest desert lake, and it has a habitat for it is a habitat for a variety of wildlife, including birds, Nile crocodile, and hippopotamus, and it is a source of food and income for about 300,000 people. But the lake is under heavy pressure because of overfishing, because of the drought, and also changing rainfall patterns and the diversion of water by the upstream development. And these changes are leading to loss of biodiversity and the decline of fishery, etc. So without conservation method in place, this could be the fate of many more ecosystems. So I totally agree that the if we can have such points to the attention of the international community, it will be very interesting, especially considering the fact that the African continent is very special in the fact that it produces less than 4% of the CO2 emission. We talked about CO2 gas emission like last time. So we are facing kind of climate injustice in Africa. So if it could be brought to the attention of the international community, and Africans as African leaders kept putting to the table, if African can also have more seats when it comes to the UN Security Council or relevant platform, that will be helpful. But overall, it's still a task that can be completed together, like hand in hand. It is becoming a global issue.